Cadet Commander has a scarf on so he can stay warm as we begin INTV Corp month with today's game, Thin Ice, for your Intellivision. Let's go ahead and take Thin Ice. Let's pop it in my Intellivision and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. Thin Ice was published by INTV Corp and released in 1986. The concept was created by Keith Robinson for Mattel before the crash in the early 80s, with inspiration taken from the Data East arcade game Disco No. 1. At one point, the game was changed to feature the mascot of the Winter Olympics, Vuchko the Wolf. However, Mattel shut down the Intellivision in 1984, right before the game was about to be released. So later, INTV released the game, replacing the wolf with the original penguin. The manual opens with the following. Oh no, Duncan is on the loose. Duncan is a penguin who loves to skate on thin ice, much to the dismay of the other penguins. As Duncan skates, he weakens the ice. If he skates completely around another penguin, kerplash. The ice collapses and the penguin falls into the pond. Duncan only has two worries: the seal, who loves to bounce him on her nose, and the lumbering polar bears who like to bat him around. Thin Ice is a single-screen action game for 1 or 2 players alternating, with one standard mode of difficulty. Like all new INTV games, Thin Ice did not come with an overlay, but the controls are rather simple. You use the disc to skate around, drawing lines, however you can't skate backwards, and you use the side buttons to use freezes to temporarily freeze the polar bears that come after you. You start the game with 5 freezes, as shown by the number on the top right of the screen, but you can earn extra freezes by catching lobsters that jump out of the water. Your goal in each stage is to dunk the 4 penguins by cutting holes in the ice, making boxes around them. As you skate, lines follow you, but they disappear if a line cannot be part of a box, if you skate over water, or if a polar bear or penguin touches them. Seals are your biggest problem, and when they touch your line, they will home in on you. You cannot use freezes on them, but you can shake them off by skating over water or by doing several quick changes in directions. When you make a box, it will sink any creature inside, including temporarily stopping the polar bears and seals. And it is possible, although rather difficult, to sink the entire board at one time. At the start of each screen, you can also skate over shrimp cocktails to gain speed. Dunk all 4 penguins and you move on to the next more difficult screen. Get touched by a polar bear or a seal and you lose a life. Scoring wise, you get 100 points for dunking a penguin, 450 points for dunking a polar bear, and 1,000 points for dunking that pesky seal. Plus bonus points for the size of the hole you make, ranging from 40 points to over 6,000 points. You also get 60 points per shrimp cocktail collected and 50 points per lobster you touch. You earn an extra life every 10,000 points. Graphically speaking, this is a nice, cheerful looking game. The game also sports some good sounds and some really nice peppy music. Family friendly wise, the game would most likely get an E for everyone rating if released today. Currently at PriceCharting.com, the game has a value of $23 loose, $52 complete, and $94 new. So what do I think of Thin Ice for the Intellivision? This is a simple to play, cheerful, fun game. It does take a little getting used to, especially since your line doesn't last forever, and sometimes you have to wait a split second for your turns to take effect. It can also be challenging right out of the gate, as that seal is a tough adversary. But what it does well is bring some simple, unique, and fun arcade-style gameplay to the Intellivision, and it's definitely a game I could play more in the future. So where am I going to rank Thin Ice? I'm looking in the teens, among some other fun titles. I do like Beam Rider more at 16, but I will give this an edge over the also fun Whitewater at 17. So out of the 55 games that are now ranked for the Intellivision, Thin Ice is skating into the 17th position. Thin Ice offers some cheerful and simple fun on your Intellivision. But that's just my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me both on the Facebook and the Twitter, and click the bell so you don't miss any future videos. At this time, I'd like to thank Joe T, Intellivisionary Rick, Mark S, Unconventional, and David F for nominating today's game and for their generous support on Patreon. If you get at least $1 worth of entertainment per month from these videos, please consider joining my supporters at patreon.com/nosweargamer. Not only will you help keep the show running, but you could also have a say in possible games I review in the future. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to see you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care, especially when being chased by a crazy seal.